What if I told you that a $35,000 raise could actually leave you $3,200 poorer? Sounds impossible, right? But it's true. It's called lifestyle inflation. And it's why so many people earn more but never get ahead. Stick around and you'll learn exactly how this happens and how to stop it before it costs you your future. You know the feeling. You get a raise and suddenly you're thinking about a nicer car, a bigger apartment, or just ordering takeout more often. It feels like you finally deserve it. And maybe you do. But here's the problem. When your spending goes up with your income, you don't actually get ahead. You're just running in place. Most people don't even notice it happening. It's slow, gradual. You don't wake up one day and decide to blow your budget. It's 100 little choices that add up. And before you know it, you're living paycheck to paycheck, even though you're earning more than ever. This video is about that trap. I'm going to show you why your brain pushes you to spend more, how it quietly eats your savings, and the exact steps to enjoy your raise without losing your future. Let's get into it. Lifestyle inflation, also called lifestyle creep, is when your expenses rise right along with your income. You get a raise, and suddenly you're spending more on a nicer car, a bigger apartment, or more takeout. Your savings don't grow as much as you'd expect. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but it picks up speed and size the further it goes. And it's hard to detect because it happens slowly. You don't notice the extra $20 here, the $50 there. But by the end of the year, it's a lot. Think of it this way. If you get a raise of $500 a month, and you immediately spend $400 of it on lifestyle upgrades, you're only saving $100 more. That's not much progress. And if you spend the whole $500, you're no better off than before. You're just living in a fancier version of the same financial situation. The worst part? You might not even realize it's happening until it's too late. And it's not just about the big purchases. It's the daily upgrades, the coffee that's now $4 instead of $2, the streaming subscriptions that pile up, the gym membership you never use. Each one seems harmless, but together, they eat your raise and leave you with nothing to show for it. Let's make this real. Imagine you get a $35,000 raise at work. After taxes, you take home an extra $23,000 a year. That's about $1,917 more per month. Not bad. But then you decide to upgrade your lifestyle. You put $6,000 down on a new car. That's $800 a month in payments. You buy $3,000 in new furniture. You increase your personal services by $100 a month. You eat out more, $200 extra a month. And you take an unplanned vacation for $4,000. Now add it up. Your new car alone eats up 42% of your take-home raise. And by the end of the year, despite earning $35,000 more, your bottom line has actually decreased by $3,200. You earned more, but you saved less. That's the sneaky power of lifestyle inflation. And it's not just about the car. It's the constant drip of small upgrades that, combined, wipe out your raise. This example is hypothetical, but it's based on real calculations, and it happens to real people every day. Why do we do this to ourselves? It's not just about being bad with money, it's psychology. There's this thing called the hedonic treadmill. It's the idea that as you get more, you quickly get used to it, and you want even more. That new car feels great for a month. Then it's just your car. That bigger apartment feels amazing for a while. Then it's just where you live. Your happiness doesn't actually increase in the long run. You're just running on a treadmill, trying to keep up with a feeling that never comes. And then there's keeping up with the Joneses. You see your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, and you want what they have. You buy things to show status, to feel like you're succeeding. But that's a game you can't win. There's always someone with more. And the cost is your savings, your future, your peace of mind. It's like leveling up in a game, but the enemies keep getting stronger. You grind for a better sword, but then you need better armor, and then a better shield. The goalposts keep moving, and you never feel satisfied. That's the hedonic treadmill. It's the reason a raise never feels like enough. You might think this only happens to people with low incomes, but that's a myth. A Federal Reserve report found that less than half of Americans earning between $75,000 and $99,999 saved any money, and 16% of that group went into debt. These are solid middle-class incomes, and yet they're struggling to save. A Brookings Institute study found that families living paycheck to paycheck are twice as likely to be solidly middle class than low income. So it's not about how much you earn, it's about what you do with it. And the numbers back this up. 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, 74% are stressed about finances, and almost half have less savings or no savings compared to a year ago. The problem isn't your income, it's your spending. Think about it. If you earn $75,000 a year, that's more than the median full-time worker, who makes about $1,235 a week. And yet, less than half of them save anything. They're not poor, they're just caught in the lifestyle inflation trap. So what does lifestyle inflation actually cost you? It's not just about missing a savings goal, it's about your future. Let's say you're 50 years old, and you want to spend an extra $10,000 a year in retirement. How much do you need to save now? You'd need to save an additional $745 per month for 15 years, assuming a 6% return. That's nearly $19,000 a year in extra savings, just to support that extra $10,000 in ongoing expenses. And that's on top of your regular retirement savings. The earlier you start, the easier it is. If you save $200 a month, starting at age 25, you'll have $492,249 by 65, assuming a 7% return. But if you wait until 35, you'll only have $233,205. Starting 10 years earlier more than doubles your ending balance. That's the power of compounding. And it's the power of not letting lifestyle inflation steal your future. It's like planting a tree. The best time to plant it was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. But if you wait, you lose years of growth that you can never get back. Let's look at a real example. Margo is a 44-year-old marketing professional. She got a raise that increased her paycheck by $2,000 a month. That's a lot of money. But what did she do? She started spending more on manicures, dining out, fancy drinks, and she took a dream trip to Sri Lanka. Her savings fluctuated, and she didn't get ahead. She later said, "I didn't run into money trouble, but I should have known better." Margot's story is so common. A raise feels like permission to spend. But the truth is, a raise is a chance to build your future. And if you blow it on lifestyle upgrades, you're not just losing the money, you're losing the compounding, the security, the freedom. A financial planner who has worked with over 400 millennials says that spending at the rate of your earnings is a major money mistake. Don't be Margo, she's not alone. The survey shows that more than 8 in 10 Americans have at least one financial regret. And the top regret, at 29%, is overspending on non-essentials. That's a lot of people wishing they had done things differently. You've probably heard the advice: budget, save, invest. But why do so many people still struggle? Because the usual advice focuses on the numbers, not the psychology. It's easy to say spend less than you earn, but it's hard to do when your brain is wired to want more. And there's another problem. The usual advice often says, treat yourself, but that can backfire. A survey found that overspending on non-essentials was the top financial regret, with 29% of respondents saying it was their biggest money mistake. And the most common cause of financial regret wasn't an emergency or a shortfall. It was deciding too quickly, without enough planning. That's 28% of mistakes. So the real fix isn't just spend less, it's slowing down, thinking about your goals, and making intentional choices. Not every raise has to be spent. Some of it can be saved. And that's the key. It's not about deprivation, it's about prioritization. You can still enjoy your money, you just have to be deliberate about what you spend it on. So how do you actually beat this thing? Experts recommend 5 steps. First, set clear financial goals. Know what you're saving for, whether it's an emergency fund, a house, or retirement. Second, create a budget. Give every dollar a job. Third, automate your savings. Have money moved to your savings account automatically on payday. That way, you never even see it. Fourth, live below your means. That doesn't mean living like a monk. It means spending less than you earn and saving the difference. And fifth, practice mindful spending. Before you buy something, ask yourself if it aligns with your goals. This is like filling a bathtub. If the drain is open, it doesn't matter how much water you pour in. You need to plug the drain first. Lifestyle inflation is that open drain. Plug it, and your savings will start to fill up. Think of saving as a bill you pay to yourself. If you automate it, you're less likely to spend it. And when you get a raise, put at least half of it into savings before you adjust your spending. That way, you enjoy some of it, but you also build your future. Let me tell you about 2 people. Meet Alex and Jamie. They both start working at age 25. earning the same salary. They both get the same raises over the years, but they make different choices. Alex decides to keep living like a student. He saves $200 a month from day one. He doesn't upgrade his car, doesn't eat out every night, doesn't buy the latest gadgets. It's not always easy, but he sticks with it. By the time he's 65, with a 7% return, he's sitting on $492,249. Jamie, on the other hand, loves the good life. She also saves $200 a month, but she waits until she's 35 to start. She spends her extra income on nicer clothes, fancier dinners, and a bigger apartment. It feels great in the moment. But by 65, she only has $233,205. Same monthly amount, same return. But Alex has more than double. The only difference? 10 years and a little discipline. That's the cost of lifestyle inflation. It's not just the money you spend, it's the money that money could have made. It's like compound reps in the gym. The reps you do early build the foundation for everything else. Skipping them means you never build the muscle. Alex built his financial muscle early. Jamie waited, and she paid the price. Let me tell you about a real scenario that happened to a hypothetical person. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah worked hard, and she finally got a big promotion. $35,000 more a year. She was thrilled. After taxes, she took home an extra $23,000 a year. That's about $1,917 a month. Sarah felt like she'd made it, so she decided to celebrate. She put $6,000 down on a new car. The monthly payment was $800. She bought $3,000 in new furniture. She started getting more personal services, an extra $100 a month. She ate out more, $200 a month extra. And she took an unplanned vacation that cost $4,000. At the end of the year, Sarah looked at her bank account. She expected to have more savings. Instead, she had $3,200 less than the year before. She earned $35,000 more, but she was worse off. That's the trap. And it's not just Sarah, it's millions of people. The good news? You can avoid it. You just have to be intentional. Sarah's story is a cautionary tale. It shows how easily a raise can disappear. But it also shows that you have a choice. You can be like Sarah, or you can be like Alex. The decision is yours. So here's what I want you to take away. Lifestyle inflation is real, and it's sneaky. It can turn a raise into a loss. But you can beat it. Start by setting a clear goal for your money. Create a budget and automate your savings. Live below your means and practice mindful spending. And remember, a raise is not a mandate to spend. It's an opportunity to build your future. Don't let the hedonic treadmill run you over. You're in control. If this video helped you see your money a little differently, hit that subscribe button and like this video if you want more practical finance tips. Now, I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what's one money habit you're starting this week? Maybe it's automating your savings or cutting one subscription. Whatever it is, just start. And thanks for watching.